Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue, we fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter, there were times when there was joy, but they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our new world. All the lion tried to hide away from the scars we made. This is your chance to understand we did not design this plan that was built for you. There's nothing you can do. This is my warning, this is your sign that you can't go running high. We will fight for you. You know it to be true. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we know. Welcome to our new world. All the lions tried to hide away from the scars we from the scars we Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the lions tried to hide away from the scars we made. Welcome to back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue, we fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter, there were times when there was joy, but they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. screaming louder through the rains. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll, the fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats round and engines cry. Let's broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel through the breakneck roll. Sim racers down through the thunder soul.
And welcome, guys, to Nerd TV for another ProSim Racing Alliance race, live from the simulated Watkins Glen road course style for race number 8 of the Fixed ARCA series. And here's the weather for tonight: 74 degrees in the sky, 74 also percent humidity, overcast, thick blankets of clouds covering over this portion of New York. It's 6-mile-an-hour winds, which probably won't play a factor as we do the countdown to green presented by Icon Apparel Company. My name, of course, is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty on the interwebs. And to my right side, Colt Ainsley. Colt, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Just getting ready to watch these guys run around one of my favorite places on the face of the earth. So I'm excited. I was talking to a few guys. It's a handful tonight, so it's going to be a fun little event for sure.
Yeah, we're going to go 40 laps here. You notated to us earlier that the field window is about 30-ish laps, so one required pit stop before the checker flags do fly here this evening. And I would imagine, like most leagues, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Colt, since you are a part of the admin stuff and whatnot here at ProSim Racing Alliance, but no full course cautions to be had by iRacing stewards, but the admins, I guess, have that discretion, but usually we don't see it. So expect just green flag runs from green flag to checkered. And of course, strategy comes into play when you can go almost the full distance on a full tank, but not exactly there. So you got to play out the tire strategy, the fuel strategy, and you know a thing or two about this place, don't you?
I do know a little bit about this place. I'm not very good at it, but I do know this place pretty well. But yeah, as for the cautions, it's going to be up to iRacing's discretion. But I think it's local yellows only, if I remember correctly, because we all know what would happen if we ran oval style cautions at a road course like this with nothing but 90-degree turns in it. We would be eye pacing all night long, so there wouldn't be a green flag lap run. So yeah, unfortunately, for the guys who want to have cautions fly their way, it's not going to happen tonight. It's going to be all on raw speed and on strategy. And there's a couple of different ways you can flip this race. 3 that I can really see. So this will be fun to see. We're going to see guys either pit early, run the race backwards, split it straight down the middle, or run it out late and then get a fresh set of Mr. Feel Goods right there at the end. So going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll find out in about 10 minutes. So right now it just kicked over to do qualifying for their 5-minute session. So that means it's going to turn off our cameras off your screens and go full screen for this qualifying session. Your top 5 in practice, which does mean a lot because you're probably going to find these guys toward the front. It'll be John Freeman, Derek Welch, Derek Runge, Bobby Hamilton Jr., and Corey Bigley. All 5 of those separated by 1 entire second. And overall, they're called the field. The spread of the fastest to slowest really isn't all that bad. It's only, 2 seconds? 2.5? There's a couple of drivers in that 3, but it's not bad considering a road course.
Yeah, it's really not terrible. Looking at the field, and they're actually running kind of faster than what we had tested in the open, or for the open stuff the other night. Track's significantly cooler. We were running at about 105 degrees track temp. They're currently running about 84. But we're watching Derek Welch here get ready for his lap. Watch these curves that he's running. This is the new Watkins Glen with all the extra runoff. But because iRacing is the way iRacing is, that is still considered track limits. So you have to maintain at least a tire on the inside, to my knowledge, just like F1 style rules. Here as Derek goes to take the green flag, and if you don't mind, Jeremy, I can walk him through a lap here and show one of the fastest guys in the field here. He's going to go third gear, take the green flag, and right between the 300 and the lights, he's going to start jamming on the brakes, downshift to second, get the car pointed, get the full throttle going as quick as he can. Like I said, stay on the curbs. He's going to want to grab third gear before he hits the S's, and there's a lot more off-throttle time in the S's than you think there is. Get the car pointed, back on the gas, up to fourth gear pretty soon, and kind of walk the car out to the exit. Keep an eye on the markers on your left-hand side between the 5 and 600. You're going to want to hit the brakes hard again, point straight at that wall, and be turning left before you're even finished moving right. Down to second gear, roll through the bus stop into the carousel, a place that is a tricky part of this racetrack, but use a little brake to turn it, feed it throttle until you can get it straight. Floor it. Oh, he goes a little wide. I'm curious to see what iRacing says about that. Up to third gear, going into turn 6, brake right around the 300 mark. Get the car pointed, full throttle yet again, and then this corner is also pretty tricky. Turn 7, stay in second gear, roll the center, and then point it straight and full throttle again. It's going to walk out of the corner, but that'll be the fastest way around here, and let's see what DW puts up for a time. That would be a 1:31.70. I'm sorry, a 1:11.78. That was not correct. But he's going to take a second lap at it here. So that was a lot of talking in the span of a minute and 10 seconds.
Full send it, man. Absolutely. Give the viewers a little perspective if they don't actually partake in iRacing and on the road courses, especially because they don't know, right? They might see telemetry from the real world from time to time, but walk it through it. That's cool. And just a little correction on your end. They do offer track limits here. They do. But as long as the leagues don't have a incident counter maximum, most official sessions will be 17 incidents or more. You get DQ'd from a race. As long as the league doesn't have that, you don't have to worry about that. This corner, well, the second to last corner, that left-hander has a large asphalt patch. You can go as wide as you want. You will get the 1X, but there's no yield penalty. So you can just full send it way out there. Now, on the flip side of the thing, turn 1 entrance into exit. They have that large asphalt patch, but if you go too wide early, yes, the game will give you I think a 1.5 second yield, which then you have to slow up, which they say 1.5 seconds, but you're really giving up like 3 seconds of time. Let that time decrease to get throttled back up. So you can get penalized in 1, but not in turn 8.
Correct, and you have about 30 seconds to get it, so you kind of have a good half a lap or so that you can feed, brake a little early, get to the throttle a little bit later, and kind of burn off that time a little bit without losing too much, because it's the abrupt stop that's going to hurt you. But yes, you are correct. There's no incident limits here. I just mean in terms of what iRacing is going to do. They treat the off track as if you scrape the wall in an oval, potentially disallowing some times. So hopefully these guys practice. As we see, Schumann go way wide right here on the exit of 6. I don't remember if they count that as an. I think you were mentioning turn 5, the carousel, as an off track, but we'll have to see. We'll see if Schumann's time gets allowed.
At the time right here, Schumann does not have a time posted. And that's
Got
it.
out there late.
So, yeah, way too late. And there's only 7 times. I was kind of surprised they had a 5-minute qual session there because this track is 1 minute and 11 seconds on the fast times. And plus, you have your warm-up lap. So that's, 4 minutes just to complete 2 laps, which is not much time really to get out there and go. So if you have to do something right before qual, you're kind of just SOL. So that being said, though, these guys are gritting on the front straightaway for their 1 full pace lap around here before we set them loose for 40 laps. And here's your starting lineup for the race number 8 at Watkins Glen. Derek Runge and John Freeman share the front row. Derek Welch and Corey Bigley are P3 and P4. Row 3 will be Dominic Bettini and Chase Rockford. Row 4 will be Glenn Grimm, and Rodney Roberts. Row 5 will be Keenan Kimber and Vincent Short. Row 6, Brandon Schumann and Steve Rada. Row 7, Bobby Hamilton Jr. and Mark Truxell. And then the caboose of the field in 15th place, the 16 car of Joshua Ingram. So we're getting set up here on the front stretch, waiting for these cars to start rolling. One full pace lap. Remember, the fuel window at maximum, you said, was about 30 to 31 laps. So it's about 10 laps shy of the finish. Probably going to see a good chunk of these drivers go at the halfway mark, so around lap 20. But then sometimes it surprises me to get the late pit entrances to come around lap 25 to 30, run it to the end, and they can basically just run qualifying laps all the way through. But how much tire, Colt, do you think they have to save on the long run to make the short one worth it?
I'm interested to see. I haven't really had a chance to see what the tire degradation is, what the tire fall off is, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. You're gonna see the guys who want to get their stop done early and just kind of roll through the race. They're gonna be the ones that pit early. Then you're gonna have the guys who want to go as hard as they can all the way through the race. They're gonna pit at lap 20, the halfway mark. I actually just got word from an admin. There is, in fact, going to be a stage break. No points allowed this time, but there is, in fact, going to be a caution on lap 20. So we will get a chance to re-rack. That's going to throw a little bit of the green flag tire strategy out, but there might be some guys who do the short pitting and kind of what we see in real life at road courses when the NASCAR guys decide that they're going to short pit the stage and get back out front early. So we might see some pitting on lap 18 and 19, or we might see some guys try to run it all the way to the end. They might even clutch and coast and try to save. That's a lot of fuel to save, but you know, they might give it a shot.
Look at that. Breaking news to keep us on our tippy toes. We are not going to have green flag pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have just a halfway break caution flag at the completion of lap 20. And it all come down pit road, and then they're just going to hash it out. So strategy, you were talking to me before we went live. You said you love strategy. You'll love to talk about it. Well, Colt, what are you going to talk about now? You're going to be Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about?
I'll think of something. These guys are smart. They're gonna have something up their sleeve. Somebody, particularly towards the back, guys that aren't gonna have a chance to go up there and race and get up there is up to the lead or even to the top 3. You're gonna see them get creative and try some new things. So I'll be keeping an eye on the guys in the back and see what they pull.
There you are. All right, 2 turns left, and we're going to set these guys loose around this glorious 2.5-mile road course known as Watkins Glen in the state of New York. Let's see what happens here. Cloudy weather, grippy tires. You have not seen these cars turn right and left this season. Who's got what it takes here? Pace car down. Green flag is in the air here. 40 laps underway, headed off into the very tricky entrance and corner entirely of turn number 1. Everyone comes out clean through the top 5. A little loose from Derek Run's position number 2. A little scattering, but all in all, Colt stays very formal.
Yeah, there was nobody playing bowling tonight, so good job on them to get the car back down. I always refer to turn 1 as a jump scare in a movie, especially when you've already seen before. You know what's coming, but it still jumps you every single time. That is turn 1 to a T. As we see, John Freeman gets a good start early on. A little bit of grass there, but that's not going to hurt him too much. Derek Runge and DW Derek Welch are just going to kind of hang back and see how the car handles. The track always changes a decent amount between qualifying. Oh, Rodney Roberts. What a save. A little too much throttle on the exit of the carousel, but he's still digging. He's going after, I believe that's Dominic Bettini there. And still hunting positions, even though his tires are going to be saying very bad words to him right now. Oh, Steve Rada, also loose.
Loosey-goosey some of these drivers are early on here. These tires usually have a lot of grip, but I've not seen them turn right and left. So with the tires more uncambered and more flat, against the surface of the track. You never know when they go through a sharper corner if the tire's going to break loose without that full contact they're used to seeing mid-corner. As we're 1.5 laps into this thing, we're riding on board the number 1 car of Derek Welch, P3 right now, 1.3 seconds back of your race leader, John Freeman, who's got a bumper full of Derek Runge in the 99.
Yeah, and Derek Welch is really closing in on Derek Runge in the 99 there. He might not be saving too much. He might want to go towards the lead there. He might feel he's a little quicker there on the start, and he's just got to find a good place to pass Derek Runge there as we see him go. That's what we were talking about, hopping the curb earlier in qualifying. These guys are going to try to find the fastest, obviously the fastest route around. Sounds dumb when you say it that way, but if it means you've got to go the long way around to build up a little bit of momentum, you're going to see these guys do it. Especially right there in turn 5, the carousel. You're going to see it in turn 6, the little short chute they just came out of. And even in turn 1 right here, there is a point that you can go to the outside, but you can't go too far, or iRacing will slap you with a slowdown penalty, and that is non-clearable by the league admins. That is what you see is what you get. So these guys are sticking to the F1 rules, though. They're keeping the tire on the curb. They're staying pretty conservative. Don't want to throw the race away too early.
Yeah, they did have a driver's meeting right before qualifying ended into the race session, and they probably had some rules laid out for the first road course race of the inaugural season for the ProSim Racing Alliance to fix ARCA series. And we're going to cycle through a little bit here, a little too wide action going down what I call the back straightaway, headed off into the bus stop. I like to call, some people, what do they call it? The
chicane.
The chicane. I call it the bus stop because it is a bus stop. Minus the actual buses driving through, it's a bus stop. And here's the carousel. Turn 6, our producer Dustin Loxton behind the buttons and all the camera work says bus stop as well. So I guess that's an old school thing. I always make fun of him for going old school on things, but on this one, we're in agreement. As the 99 Derek Runge gets mad loose off the final corner, turn 9, and allows Derek Welch to go to P2.
Yeah, I overheard them talking on the radio a little bit. I didn't catch exactly what they said, but I think it was kind of a, hey, I know you're faster than me. I don't want to push my stuff. Let me let you go, and I'll come back to you later. Didn't help that he nearly spun out at the exit of turn 7 there onto the front stretch, but some smart racing early on. They don't want to fight too hard. They don't want to do anything stupid and wipe themselves out early in this race. So a long way to go. A lot can happen. If somebody's faster than you, just let them go. That's all you got to do. Just let them go. They'll come back to you later. Or if they're a really good road racer, no, they won't. But you might see them next week.
Man, you didn't get your lessons from Ricky Bobby, that's for certain. You can't be last, man. You got to be first. But yeah, also if you know that John Freeman's gonna spank your butts all the way through this entire race, then you just kind of settle in where you got to. Is John Freeman gonna complete the 4th lap? Already 2.5 seconds ahead of second place that last time by. We'll see what the scorecard looks like this time as they cross the line to start lap number 5. Then it goes from 2.6 to 2.7, so it continues that lead stretch by only 1/10. But still, he's gained. He's almost 3 seconds ahead, 4 laps in.
Yeah, those 2 lap times were for John Freeman was a 1:11.3 to Derek Welch's 1:11.45. So still pulling out a little bit of a lead. They're pretty equal, but at this point, you know, you're looking at gaining tenths of a second per lap rather than gaining tenths like what we would see in ovals. Like, you think road courses are usually going to have bigger gains and losses per lap, but when everybody starts getting into a good little flow state and they start just running their laps, getting into a rhythm, you're going to be talking gaining a tenth to maybe half a tenth or less per lap, and that's just everybody getting into a concentration and hitting their marks. That's how tight the field is, at least for up in the leaders, and even the equal guys, like we're watching Rodney Roberts and Dominic Mattini battle. I have a feeling they're not going to be too far from each other this entire race. So, I mean, Rodney might gain half a tenth this lap, and then he might lose a third of a tenth or something like that towards the end of the next lap. But that's what they're going to be working with. They're going to be gaining little bits here and there and just watching for the other guys to make a mistake. That's the biggest key. Don't lock your tires up. Don't blow the corner. Don't look like Denny Hamlin when he whatever happened to him a few years back where he just went straight. You just gotta take care of your stuff. Don't burn the brakes up, don't burn the tires up, and don't wipe out.
Speaking of gaining tints on a racetrack, raceepi.com is the best place to visit if you want to go ahead and pick up a few tints on the racetrack each and every single lap and run competitive times from the beginning of the run to the end of the run and picking up some checkered flags along the way as your season of the officials or league race doesn't matter. RaceEPI.com is going to make you a better driver. So head yourself over to RaceEPI.com for Elite Performance Industries. Find whatever car that you want to participate with each week in and week out. They have subscriptions where they can get you updated setups on the weekly, or if you're just, wanting to buy a track here or there, they got you to, for most part. I think some of the bigger cars are only $10 for the entire week, and they give you more than just setups. They give you data. They give you a lot of things. So that's raceepi.com. Head there. After this race is over, we got to spin out. Turn number 1, the first spin. Rodney Roberts, car number 9, gets loose on corner entry. Could not save it on exit. He's going to correct it in front of a couple cars here. And you see him right there filing up behind, and Dustin quick on the Nerd TV replay.
Oh, he was chasing Dominic Bettini and wisely stepped on the brakes a little too hard when he realized he was about to get a face full of that 49 car. So got a little too aggressive there, and these guys run a pretty aggressive brake bias, 65%. So keeps the car steady, theoretically steady under braking. But yeah, he just said
sorry,
it.
Steve Rada. Steve Rada wrecking now deep into the tire barriers on the exit of the bus stop.
Oh, no.
He's going to rear end it too. Yep. Why not do the rear if you're going to get the front? Doesn't look like he hit it too hard. I thought he was going to hit it much harder than that. Here we are, bus stop entry. Let's see what happens here to good old Steve Rada.
He wiggled a little bit. Right there on entry, he wiggled a little bit, which offsets the car on the curbing. And then the cars will actually bottom out on those curbs. And he hit full bottom out, and just there's no saving that car at that point.
Yeah, I thought he'd hit that wall way harder. Good job by Steve to locking him down and not doing it. But yeah, you hit those bumps too hard, man. Do the 3D curbs now. They're 3D, so they have way more feeling in them than they ever have before. And it's just, we got one more wreck here. The 56, Mr. Ingram, going for a ride in the 56. Bus stop now hitting up 2 people, causing them some problems. It's just those curbs are so bumpy, man. These ARCA cars, they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't seem to like the weight shiftiness. It looks like, trying to see what he did there. Maybe got in the gas just a hair. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong lap. But
I do that all the time.
there's a lot to track down. This is 2.5 miles, and we're gonna be chasing spins all night long. But yeah, it looks like he just cooked it a little too hard into the bus stop there, and back into the car, stepped out. Not a whole lot you could do really to save it, other than just keep it out of the barriers. And Steve Rada did a good job watching his wreck to not pull a Kimi Räikkönen and just bury it in the tire barriers. He was able to keep it out of there and not give it too much damage.
Steve is still continuing to be loose. Here's another angle of Steve Rada going through this bumpy section.
Right there.
And Steve, sorry, I know he's listening, but Dustin had to go a callback a lap and a half later just to re-watch you spin out. He's got a little smile on his face doing it. But there we go. That's it. He's confirmed my theory. And Steve actually got loose there on turn 8 as well. He saved it. He had to back it down. Took the loss on time to not spin it out. So that was a great job. But these cars are really wide out. You saw right there the 49, Mr. Dominic Bettini. He got really wide on that exit. And I think that's what these cars are wanting, is to not have the wheel crank so hard.
Yeah, that seems to be the case, and we're noticing, obviously, a road course chassis is going to be different than a short track chassis, but we noticed that even at Wilkesboro, in both the fixed and open, it was just so loose under the wheel turning as you're getting back in the gas. It's just seems like the side of the car would bind up. I just wanted to step out on you, and we're seeing that tonight here. With the road course, we're also seeing the back of the car. I mean, they also are still pretty full of fuel, so there's a lot of weight back there that's slinging around. I'm sure once the fuel burns off, they're going to get a little bit more grip as the back end lightens up, get a little more downforce in it, and car may handle a little better even though the tires are burning off.
Yeah, we're only 10 laps into a could be a 30 lap run if there wasn't stage break to separate that in the middle. Speaking of which, as the number 42 slash the 9, who seemed to cannot get those numbers correct on the paint scheme, crossing the line right now signals the halfway mark of stage number 1, even though there's not an official stage. That halfway caution just to re-rack them and stack them is, and we're just going to call it a stage. Why not? So there it is. He's got a whopping 4.3 second lead over Derek Welch, Derek Runge, Corey Bigley, and Dominic Bettini, currently sitting in your top 5. And Colt, we need to go over some points, man. We're quarter of the way through this event, and the viewers right now probably like wonder what the points look like because we're getting closer and closer to the playoff part, right? So
Indeed.
at least, so we're gonna go this over. We're gonna be Dominic Bettini in that 49. He's gonna be have a 9-point advantage over Billy. Oh, so we got a spin out there. Another newcomer to the spin category, the 08, Glenn Grimm. Welcome aboard. As you get loose there off of turn number 9.
Yeah, new to the league entirely. I think he just joined today, actually. Through the grapevine, we're getting some new people in, and takes that really wide line going underneath Chase Rockford. Just kind of pinches the nose of the car off, trying to get back to the gas. Does a good job locking it down. That's what those rear brakes will do. And if I say rear brakes and I mean front brakes, I'd never have understood that. I never got that down. So just 65% on the brake bias. People who know race cars will know. But that's the nice thing about those. When they will brake in a straight line, and so it allows these guys to settle the car down and save it.
I can go over that after this. I guess we got another incident. The 65. Also, welcome to the Spin Club, Mr. Keenan Kemper. Third victim that falls to the bus stop here on lap number 11. So 3 times now we've seen an incident. But if you're not sure what brake bias is, it starts at the very front of the car. So it's say in theory, you're never going to run it, but in theory, if you put 100% brake bias in the car, you are all front brake, no rear brake. And as you trickle that percentage back, 50% is in the center of the car, 40% is more toward the rear, 30 is, 0% is at the very rear. And so if you go more front brake, it tightens the car. If you go more rear brake, it loosens the car in entry. And so 65, 60%, that's a great safety net to try to make sure you're not spinning out. Once you trickle into the 55, 50, 45, it's a little bit more on the sketch side.
Very much a short track thing. That is something we used to run in super late models all the time, is we'd run 40, 45% brake bias just so we could sail that car off into the corner and roll back into the throttle as quickly as we could. So I'm going to get yelled at by my team boss for not understanding brake bias, but I know what it does. I just can't tell somebody else what it does. So call me dyslexic or whatever. But as Josh Ingram, he is having a rough night. He slid into one there, didn't hit anything, didn't spin, but I was looking at the point standings and I heard tires squealing, so I thought I'd give it a look, and there he was sitting sideways at the exit of one.
Just think of a small trailer in the back of a truck, and you put that 100-pound weight out toward the front or toward the rear, and then shift a lane or two at high speeds. If you put that weight toward the rear, then shift around, that trailer goes into like an eternal wobble until you crash, right?
Oh,
yeah. Put it toward the front, it gets tight, it doesn't move. So just think of that as your little analogy there. On a little insight lesson for the first time ever in a broadcast, presented by yours truly, Mr. Jeremy Stanley, as we're 13 laps into this thing. 14 now, depending on who you're watching on the track, as they're all scattered. There's a little bit of a cluster in turn 6. Chase Rockford, Steve Rada, they find grass. Chokes up Keenan Kimber as they got a little 3-car battle off the exit of the carousel.
At a place like this where you don't see a whole lot of other race cars, there's nothing more exciting as seeing other cars that you get a chance to race, but nothing more terrifying, because it means they're falling back and you're moving forward. There's a reason they're falling back. So you got to be careful around other race cars. It is kind of sketchy to see, especially when you see a group together and you catch them. Somebody's not letting somebody go. They're racing hard. Opens up the door for a lot of mistakes to happen, and you could end up being an innocent bystander to it.
Still heating up back here. 14 laps in. I think before we get to the stage break, man, we're going to take our first picture-in-picture commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
And full screen as we have a little contact concerning the race leader. Chase Rockford went to the pit, did not call it out. He's underneath the yellow line, but John Freeman didn't pick up the message. And rear ends him there. Thankfully, no spin out to be had. So the job of the 42/9 is continuing on with very minimal damage, if any. As there's his on board his dash camera now to his roof and just got brake checked center corner.
Is the worst feeling as a leader when that happens.
Absolutely.
Thankfully, he didn't knock a hole in his radiator, it looks like, so he'll be able to continue on. Looks like Chase Rockford might be trying to short pit this, or was trying to short pit the stage, but he is most definitely not going to be able to get the lead back because he's going to be so far behind. By the time they pit and he catches the field, he may not even get the lead back. So, but it's worth a try. I mean, if you're that far back, you might as well go for
Well,
it. So,
You would think he's short pitting, but then why is he taking so long on pit road? As the
that's a good point. I just saw how long he was sitting there.
He's just chilling, no jack up. It's just all 4 tires planted to the ground, not moving. I mean, Dustin on the back end saying maybe focus some damage, but why? I don't know. That'd be a I don't know. He's finally leaving pit road now. I guess you could give up 40, 50 seconds and then still not go a lap down. So I guess you could stretch it out that way. As you see, the 42 is in turn 6. Chase Rockford just now exiting into turn 2. So there's still a little bit of a gapage there, but
He could have
I don't
been
know.
speeding because he's in the Rockford is in the bus stop now, so he may have got caught speeding and had to sit there for 15 seconds. So that very much could be safe.
yeah, let's put him 1 lap down. So I don't know. I guess he could have been speeding, yeah, after getting rear-ended. Could have been a little flustered about that. Not paying attention to his speedometer. The digital one anyways, but here we go. We
Well, a
got
lot of
1
these guys
lap.
will run. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say we have 2 laps to go before caution break here for halfway stage mark. And we've seen only a couple pit stops. Looks like most guys are just running out to the end. Oh, never mind. Caution's out. Bobby
Same
Hamilton
exact
Jr.,
spin.
admin. Oh, yeah. 2 spins now for Mr. Glenn Grimm, driver of the ZR8. But they threw the caution a little early there, Mr. Calder. Thought they were going to hit 21, but nope. They're doing it at the beginning of lap 20.
Yep, right at the taking lap 20. Wanted to go ahead. These guys were probably begging for a little bit of mercy, so they needed all the help they can get. I'm interested to see what the lap cars are going to do, because we got Keenan Kimber, Steve Rada, Glenn Grimm, Josh Ingram all 1 lap down, and then we got Chase Rockford 2 down. So Kimber should get the free pass, but I'm curious to see. I don't think anybody but Rockford had pitted yet, so I'm sorry, Steve. My monitor has not updated yet, but Steve is the first car 1 lap
Yeah,
down,
we
so
don't-
he'll get the free pass.
So Dustin, I've learned that Dustin gets telemetry unlike anyone else. We just now, me and Colt, literally just now got the refresh where Steve Rada has passed Keenan Kimber, but Dustin somehow gets that data a whole lap before. It's kind of bizarre how that works, but either way, Steve Rada does have the 1 lap down first, so he should, in theory, get that pass around back to the
Well, those
lap.
guys nearly wiped themselves out going in the S's there. Derek Run, Jarek Welch, and Keenan Kimber slowed up really hard, and Runge had to jump onto the curbs to avoid the back of the 65.
That'd have been interesting. Coming to the caution, slowing down, and these guys used to race 100 miles an hour plus. They're like, what's this 60-mile-an-hour nonsense? As they're going to come down pit road this time, full fuel, 4 sets of general tires. We're going to kick it back to picture-in-picture. Let these guys do so. And then we'll go over some point situations, and then we'll go back to green flag racing. So we'll be back shortly.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Well, back to full screen, and me and Colt and Steve Rada were all discussing how we're just investigators of iRacer coding. We notated at North Wilkesboro there's a floating fan in the middle of the infield about 5 stories up. Tonight, nerd esports driver Steve Rada says the fuel man goes to the right side of the car like they usually would, but the gas insert is on the left side of the car. So that means the fuel man's just punching the side of the car that doesn't have a fuel cap to fuel up a car that's for a fuel line that doesn't exist. So that's kind of cool that we're just doing things here on our broadcast that for the better good of iRacing, I should say.
Well, what was the old racer who ran like 20 foot of fuel line? He hid it in his car. Maybe that's what Steve was doing. Maybe he's got a hidden fuel line in there and was just hoping Bobby and the admins wouldn't notice, and we just called him out. Now he's not going to pass tech.
Yeah, we can't do it on qualifying, and only Lord knows we don't have enough driver talent in the stable to get the job done. So we got to cheat. We got to put that the airplane fuel into these engines and let them rip. As math checks out. Team owner says, "Hey guys, you're cheating." That's very good, very good. Lying, cheating, stealing, Eddie Guerrero style. But here we go. Pace car down. Lap 24 will signal the restart lap count. So it's going to be 17 laps remaining. Watkins Glen style. We suspected maybe some chaos in turn 1. Let's see if we find it. Yes, we do.
We got
Perfectly.
one. Not as bad as I thought. Did a good job
Gotcha.
saving it.
It's like going. No, it's like.
Oh,
packing
Rodney
up.
Roberts, top of the S's.
Oh no, here's the
Oh,
chaos.
Derek Runge hard
Oh,
into him.
no. No.
Watch out.
Yeah, so this is like fishing on a Sunday morning. You wake up, you plan to catch a bass, and then we just hooked 2 of them on the first couple casts.
Oh,
At
he's
the
got
new
broken
pond.
suspension.
Yeah, he's that's huge. We never went over the points. We didn't have enough time, I guess. So this is look at that hit. Almost all 4 wheels off the ground. What car was just under Derek Runge that disappeared at that moment of getting smashed into the track? I didn't see who that was, but that was kind of bizarre. Here we go.
Yeah, Rodney just a little too much throttle, backs it into the wall, and man, Derek had nowhere to go. Does a good job hooking the wheel left, though. Make sure he doesn't tear up anybody else.
That wasn't a car. That was a bumper he landed on. Okay.
Oh, Keenan Kimber.
Chaos ensuing on this opening lap.
A little
As
too
he's
much
still in the
throttle.
wall. He's still in the wall in the final corner. He's on pit road now. Keenan Kimber, 2 issues on the opening restart lap. He's going to find pit road and got a lot of damage on that 65.
Yeah, watching the butt stop, he just overcooked it. I'm watching back what he did on the exit of turn 7.
Oh, man.
Oh, he got in the grass. Clipped the grass, couldn't slow the car down, and just nosed it into the wall. Not super hard, but enough to knock the front bumper off for sure.
Chase Rockford hit the wall in turn 3 exit going up the hill through the S's. Looks like he's going to be okay there, but a little more damage to the right side of his car. Well, that was very chaotic there, Colt. Kind of wild. See, Rodney Roberts, he's done. He's got double tire blowouts for suspension on pit road. So about 3 or 4 cars on pit.
Brandon Schumann is on pit road.
Oh, that's it, right. He spins out. Turn 7. The 3rd time, Glenn Grimm on the back half of the
Freeman
track.
is off track.
Freeman, your race leader, he's off track. He is on pit road.
Dropping like
keep up
flies.
with
Oh,
this.
he blows an engine.
No.
Oh, no.
He
Money
hit the
shift.
grass. Did he hit the grass or did he money shift?
Oh, my goodness. There's a huge
here we
puff
go.
of smoke. He grabbed first gear instead of... Oh,
Oh, my Lord.
and you see the rear gear just locks up, which yanks the back of the car around.
This is the same time that Glenn Grimm spun out for a 3rd time tonight. We went from a kind of tame start of this race, Colt, to just what in the hell is going on here in the back half, man?
They are dropping like flies, man. And multiple
Here's-
DNS. Glenn Grimm, he has got locking the rear of the car down for sure whenever he spins it out. That is about the 3rd time he's done it. And he just barely got in the wall there. Didn't tear it up too bad. But hey, you know what? At least it was at the entrance of turn 7 instead of the exit. So he's getting better.
Yeah, we need to go over some points because I was going to, but then chaos ensued again. So here we go. Your top 5 coming into this thing was Dominic Bettini, Billy Bigley, Brandon Schumann, Rodney Roberts, Ryan Chapman. Well, Dominic Bettini, he is currently P2 after all that. So he's going to try to extend his point lead. Billy Bigley, well, he's not here, so he's going to lose some points. Corey,
He spun out on the.
is Corey
turn 1 of that
Bigley also
restart.
Billy Bigley?
He is, yes. That's
Okay, I get it.
iRacing
I
naming
guess.
conventions.
Okay, then you got Brandon Schumann, which he is here. He's mid-pack in 10th, 1 lap down. Rodney Roberts got in that wreck. So he is 1 lap down at the moment, but definitely going to be more as his car's been sitting there for like 3 or 4 laps. I don't think he's going to be exiting pit road tonight. And then Ryan Chapman, who we haven't
Not
discussed
attending.
because he's not here. So, yeah, like Dustin said to me here about 3 laps ago, playoff implications. That's a huge one here tonight.
I'm pretty sure he said, like, if we had a bingo card for how many times he said playoff implications from that restart to now, we'd
Yeah,
already
Larry
won 3
McReynolds?
games. Oh, Dominic Bettini, stay off the wall.
You have this race made, sir. Top 3, top 4.
Let
Don't
Truxell
ruin
go.
it.
And somebody I've been
it's
watching
not.
all night long. Remember Rockingham? I mentioned Mark Truxell working his way to the front. He ended up winning that race, even though I was not in the booth. But I called it with about 20 to go. He is inching his way forward. He started dead last tonight. Inching his way forward, whether it be by speed or by dodging wrecks. He looks like if he can keep it clean, he's going to be on the podium tonight. I don't know if there's any catching Derek Welch. He is on another level, but I mean, Mark Truxell's sitting 7th in points.
Man, Someone tell the 49 that he's got this race made and points are going to be in his favor. Don't wreck the thing. You're not going to catch Derek Welch. It's just don't wreck the car, man. You're doing such a fine job right now. He's trying to not finish this race. On lap 28,
Back it
we
down,
got
be
12 to
easy.
go. 08, we got him on camera. What's the issue with the 08? Well, bus stop, victim number 4.
Man, his tires have got to be squares by now. I don't mean to rag on the guy because he's new. And this is not a good race for a new guy to jump in on. But hey, you know what? He has spun out 4 times and not hit anything. So credit to him.
Steve Rada driving on ice up the hill through 3 and 4, now into the bus stop. Hangs on to it. Good entrance and exit through here, but he was all over the place at 3 and 4. Slides it up to the center of the carousel. It's going to let driver by Corey Bigley. Well, he's trying to. Maybe not. Nope, he's going to
They're
stay
gonna
on the
race
throttle.
down into 6 here.
Imagine giving someone
Oh,
the
Bigley
lane.
in the grass.
Imagine giving someone the lane, Colt, and then not giving it to him on that following straightaway.
Oh, I'm sure the driver of the blue car is not overly thrilled.
Take the inside, but I'm going to drag race you down this next straightaway. And he
Hey, at least
finally
he made it
relinquishes you there.
Just don't lock up
Okay.
the brakes going into 1 here.
That looks like
Wipe
he's
out
gonna
the
do a
guy you
fine
just
job.
let by.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
no. Good save
Saved it.
again. Man, this back half of this race, something else. Have you ever seen a complete flip-flop from the first half to a second half before?
Well, I was interested to see what happened with Derek Runge whenever he pitted. I believe he sped because he sat on pit road for a while. And then he restarted 5th or 6th, so he was back in the pack. I knew he was going to blow through the field if he got a chance to. And then, man, Rodney Roberts just spun out right in front of him. And it seemed like from then on, it has just been one thing right after another. Seems like it's kind of calmed down a little bit now. But, yeah, this race definitely turned on its head for sure. As Derek Welch is letting it all hang out right there. He was loosened into 6 and out of 7. Just letting the back end sling out on him there. A little too much gas. But, you know what? He's probably having a little bit of fun. So, at this point, he could probably spin out, get it going again, and still be in the lead.
10 laps remaining. Race number 8 of the ProSim Racing Alliance Fix ARCA series at the simulated Watkins Glen road course. And the man all by himself, the race leader, Derek Welch. His YouTube chat, I think someone actually entered the YouTube chat. Look at that. McLovin RCN. My engine blew. Kill me. I'm Job Freeman. Freeman. I'm Job Freeman. Freeman is his nickname, I guess. McLovin. Not McLovin the money shifts tonight.
He got that transmission off the dollar menu, looks like.
That Snack Wrap edition. As Dustin gives him a shout out on virtual video.
Just to remind him.
Just to remind him what. Our producer's savage. Whoever hired this man. I don't know. He just likes calling out the people.
Oh,
Well, there
but
you go.
see,
And he
He
said
is
he's
just-
flustered, laughing his blinking ass off, is what he just said. Unfortunate. It is unfortunate, man. You were destroying the field. You were the class of the field, and then you burnt the fries in the fryer heading to turn number 1, and then he said, "Screw you, Dustin." Producer under fire here. It's all good. We're having fun here live. Oh man, we're now playing games. Just gonna-
We've got a battle for second going on here. I'm gonna bring
we
us back
got
to
a battle on
reality.
the YouTube chats. For Tina, our dear producer, and John Freeman. That's who the battle.
Jeremy, control
Oh,
your
that's so
producer.
funny. You know, he's not controllable. Yeah, he can't be heard on the radio, through on the YouTube broadcast. He's just winging it. But We're having fun here, though. It's a great time. It's Watkins Glen. We're a little spaced out after all the calamity that took place on this second half of this 8th race of the season. And yeah, we're not finding any more issues. They've really spaced out. The only battle really on track is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They're only separated by a total of 3 seconds. You see all 3 of them on certain camera angles at one time as they head up the hill through 3 and 4.
You got all 4 of them on the front stretch there if they get lined up right.
Mark Truxell closing in.
I think Bettini has really realized how close to death he was flirting, so he decided to back it down just a hair. And yeah, like I said with Rockingham, Mark Truxell, he's just waiting in the wings and hoping to lock down a top 5, a podium finish there. But Corey Bigley has been working his way forward. He is gaining ground pretty rapidly there, so we might have a battle on our hands here pretty soon.
Well, some things should be said on the broadcast, and then there's John Freeman. I guess we couldn't read that, right? There's nothing negative that's gonna break any guidelines. I choked harder than Monica Lewinsky under the Oval Office desk. Well, yeah, when you call yourself out, that's fair. We can't tell you that, but if you want to say it, you feel right on. Or you feel free to go ahead and do that, Mr. John Freeman. That's fantastic.
At least
Dustin
he's
almost
honest.
choked himself as he read that comment, so joke for a choke, I guess.
And Corey Bigley nearly smacked the wall at the top of the S's. He got really close. He is digging right now. Right to the back bumper of the number 5. Dustin, stop hitting buttons.
Well,
Mark Truxell gonna let him go. Well, maybe not gonna let him go. He's gonna give him a lane though.
Was he Steve Ray down here? Giving him the lane and then drag racing him on the straightaway here, heading to turn 7 into turn 8 afterwards, as you would normally. I'm gonna leave that one there, John. That's up for you and Brandon Schumann to figure out. Let's just say that's a game of inches out here. As we're
Mark
6 laps
Truxell giving up
remaining.
3rd place there to Corey Bigley. Play the long game. That's
Play the long
that's
game.
Mark's
Game of
game right
inches.
there.
That's right. That's what we're doing out here at Watkins Glen. Oh man, good times, good times. Much needed laughter tonight. Myself especially, but see Glenn Grimm, he's slow off of turn 8. He's just coasting, trying to creep his way to the finish here. The battle between 2nd and 3rd still going. Derek Welch, 20. Second lead, as John Freeman says, the game of inches is exactly 2.7 inches on the scale.
I'm just moving on.
Cole said, I'm done with this. Brandon Schumann, my PR team would like to word with you, John Freeman. To the red hauler you go. The red trailer in the infield.
You need to keep
To
Freeman
report
away from
right
anything
now.
red.
Wait a minute. Please elaborate, Colt. Damn. Callback to 6 laps ago. 7 laps ago, whenever that was.
Hey, as much as we love road racing, we gotta have a little bit of rain delay fun here.
Absolutely.
Cars get spread out. These cars are so much fun to drive, but they get spread out. We're watching a bunch of qualifying laps, time trial laps. As Corey Bigley, he is hunting the 49 car down.
You know, also get spread out. Freeman's gearbox. It's too easy out here doing it here. He must have a H pattern apparently, but yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. That's my stab at the night. Just kind of poking some fun. Shout out to Mr. Steve Rada, by the way, getting that lap back, keeping the main He's 5th place right now. He was talking about how he's only raced a couple races so far and creeping up in the points. This guy is going to have a huge boost in points if he can continue this top 5 around here in the car number 3. Boozy Jerky sponsor, one of our nerd sponsors, by the way. If you're looking for Boozy Jerky, you can find it at a couple places, Amazon.com. You can find it in store at any of your Total Wine locations near you, or the website directly. So I think the cheapest way to do it is by Amazon, but you get 2 packs of $14. Free shipping if you have Prime. They got 5 or 6 fantastic flavors. I actually don't like one of their flavors. It's a sponsor. I was supposed to say I like all of them, but I don't like bourbon stuff. But if you go to the teriyaki one or the pineapple one, those are just complete awesome flavors.
I have to give the bourbon one a try.
Do it. That's
I've
Steve
not got
Rader's favorite. That's his favorite, so.
I know we always say you never feel more alive, or the closer you are to death, the
Rip.
more you feel alive. But I think someone needs to tell Dominic Bettini that he's pretty alive right now. He needs to stay on this side of the line.
John Freeman trying to cross lines, but I don't care. It's fun. I like fun. I don't get offended. He said it was that joke I said about this transmission was too easy. He said it was too easy, like your mother. But it's okay. I like it. It's fun. Good times. 2.5 laps to go. Appreciate you having a fun. I like a good laughter and no one gets offended. It's a good time. A little comedy skit on this Thursday evening. I usually do this late in the going on another broadcast.
Bettini, like I
drinking
said.
martinis out here in turn 5 and 6.
Oh, loose
Yeah.
again.
What's he
Like I
doing?
said, back it down.
Gore Bigley resumes 2nd place.
This
Mark
is a
Truck's
great
so hungry
points
now.
night, Bettini. This is a great points night. You are the points leader. Do not throw it away. Yeah, you're gonna lose a point. You're gonna lose one single point to Billy Bigley tonight, and you've got 8 more to go. Just run your race. This is a long season. We're halfway there. That's all you gotta do. Same for Mark. Look at what Mark Truxell is doing. He's 52 points back, but he is gaining ground slowly and surely. Every time Mark has not been destroyed by someone else, he has run good. He's been there, right there at the end, to gain points or get a win. I mean, look at him, Rockingham. Just appears out of nowhere with 20 laps to go, and just drives by these guys like they're not even there. Doing the exact. I mean, and we don't even look at Mark as a road course guy. He's typically more of a short track or even some speedways where you can kind of run the top, multi-groove racer. But I mean, he's doing a great job hanging on tonight for 4th spot, I believe. And if he's not careful, or if the 49 is not careful, he might end up with a podium tonight.
Josh Rangren goes wide on his corner exit, turn 1. Continues straight now, just slow up the hill. There's your race. Oh, cutting up to some slow traffic. Chase Rockford right in front of him. Remember, Chase, this isn't the first time he's slowed up a race leader. Call back
Derek
to,
Welch has got to do the same thing. He's just got to back it down. He has no reason to pass the 71 here. I mean, he could run. Yeah, he thought better of trying to pass. It's the white flag lap. It's 1 to go. He's got a 24-second lead here. Why risk passing somebody? Oh, puff of smoke right there, I believe. Who is that?
Well,
Somebody spun in the bus stop in front of the leader. I'm sure that got DW's heart pumping a little bit.
That was Glenn Grimm, spin out number 5 of the 08. Locks it down there deep into the section over there as we got on the Nerd TV replay. Locks it down, but we're going to go live to the final corner. Derek Welch, turn number 8, taking the checkered flag here this evening. 25-second lead for this man driving car number 1. Great job on this part. Now we're going to play the game of the 20-plus seconds between now and the next guy to cross the line. This is Derek Welch's first win this season. Going to be one of 5 drivers now to complete, or 6 drivers now to complete a checkered flag. So far, only one repeat winner being Derek Runge. But There we go. There's number 2, number 3, 4. Steve Rader crossing the line here in the next 5 seconds. And that's your top 5 crossing the line.
And the amount of respect these guys have for each other. I mean, Mark Truxell just keyed up on the radio and let Derek Welch know that he was so far out in front, he had time to go home, eat, take a shower, and still win the race. So, good group of guys. These guys like to race and have fun together.
Definitely have to agree with that, sir. I had some hiccups along the way in the very beginning, but with any new season, you're going to have those, and once they get ironed out, it becomes a lot of fun. As he's going to complete his victory lap, Mr. Derek Welch is, and let's see what kind of burnout. Last night we had a terrible burnout. Can we get a recovery and have
He
an
got the wall.
excellent burnout?
He got the wall right there on exit. He was trying to drift out of the corner.
Well, even if he scrapes it, he's gonna go and get it on the interview portion. And here we go, straight line burnout. I like these. I really enjoy these. Let's see how far you can go along with it. This is skill. This is not just whipping it. He did pretty good, pretty decent. Could have done better, but I like it. Solid points there.
We just need a little more smoke from these iRacing tires here.
There it is. They don't produce straight line smoke, but they definitely produce the side smoke when they're going around in donuts. And here we go. Unofficial results here tonight's race number 8. Derek Welch, Corey Bigley, Dominic Pettini is our top 3. Mark Truxell and Steve Rader round out the top 5. Everybody else 1 lap down or more. It's going to be Joshua Ingram in 6th, Glenn Grimm in 7th, Chase Rockford 8th, Keenan Kimber 9th, John Freeman P10, Brandon Schumann 11th, Rodney Roberts 12th, Derek Grunge 13th, Vincent Short, and Bobby Hamilton round out the 15-car field here this evening. Now I get to do the fun part of... Nope, these guys are better than Wednesday guys. There's only 15 guys who start this race. They already are in the waiting room. We had 30-plus drivers last night, and no one knew how to move themselves into a different channel. So they did it for us. So here we go. Straight into it, Colt. Post-race show presented by Victory Fuel. Dominic Bettini's first up on the grabby grab here. Driver the number 49, 3rd place tonight. Dominic, solid run out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If you told me I was going to finish 3rd at Watkins Glen tonight, I would have been over the moon, and I'm happy with that result.
Well, it took some chaos on the back half of this race. It took you just being a wheelman. You tried to not finish 3rd. There was a couple, I think lap 28, where you tried wrecking the thing twice. You saved it both times. And all in all, though, yeah, 3rd place is great. How did you get it done?
Yeah, honestly, just trying to keep it on the track. I did a lot of practice this week, and until lap 38, I thought like I did a pretty good job of it. Just try to keep it steady, know how fast I am, and really just if I knew someone was faster, I wasn't gonna like try to, dive bomb it into the corner. Just race how I can, and yeah, just a P3. I'm not any good at road courses, so to just have a solid day was really what we needed.
All right, man. Off week next week. 2 weeks from now, we come back to 60 laps at Darlington. What's your chances there?
Well, I like a lot of tracks that have a rough surface like Darlington, so maybe that'll bode well for me. I don't really have a lot of success at Darlington in the past, but I didn't have any success at Watkins Glen either. So it was a solid race. Hope to get a solid race here in about 2 weeks.
All right, man. We'll see you in the podium in 2 weeks from now. Any shout outs before we let you go?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank my teammates, Keenan and Peyton, my friends, Derek, Rodney, Aaron, and Jason. My mom, if she's watching, probably not. And yeah, just anyone watching the race. Thank you for coming out. Hope you were entertained. I certainly was. And hate it for the guys who got into it. I saw that happen in front of me on the restart.
Let me tell you, the broadcast was entertaining for not on track reasons. So it's a fun one to go back and watch for sure. And good job on 3rd place tonight. We'll catch you in 2 weeks.
All right. Yep. I won't be here on Sunday, but I will be here at Darlington. So see y'all then.
Beautiful. Sounds good, dude.
Take care.
Dominic Bettini, P3. And Mr. Colt Ainsley, I do think you have Corey Bigley at the helm here on pit road for position number 2.
Or Bigley, it's Cold Hands in the Nerd TV booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, you worked your way back. You kind of had a topsy turvy night, but you ended up bringing it home. P. Oh, I lost my lost my marker
Two.
there, but P2 there. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, first run I wasn't really driving that hard and just trying to be staying on track. And I knew I wouldn't really. I just wanted to keep on track because that's what I wanted. And then we came down pit road, and I seen Derek had damage, and then on the restart getting into one, I kind of gassed it up too hard, just kind of gassed it up, and I just rolled off and it slid and went down the pit road exit and just took my time getting back through. And then I got mad at myself, and then I drove really hard to coming back through the field. But I took my time coming back through the field.
Well, it was entertaining to watch for sure, and the way they piled it up at the top of the S's, that probably was for the better that you spun out and were able to avoid it. But how was the racing of the car? Like, were you able to? I mean, we're looking at you right now passing Steve Rada, and I mean, were you able to pass relatively easy, or was it mostly guys just realizing they were faster and letting you go?
Steve didn't let me go. He kind of raced me, but that's fine uh because I knew I would kill him through the after the bus stop. I can really get through the bus stop really good for everybody. I just kill him getting in. I just didn't want to overdrive it a couple times, and then I just when they go wide, I knew I can get underneath him, but he still raced me, and I stayed side by side. I knew I was going to drive harder in the. I don't know. I don't know how many. I know how many turns it is. I just don't. Like I said,
Turn
I'm a
7.
yeah, the one after you turn right and then you go back left, I knew I was on the outside and I knew it would carry the speed and clear him, and that's what I did. And then you get the last turn and I cleared him, and I knew I'd drive away, and then I started running the other guys down.
Well, good job working your way through the field to get back to a P2 finish. Good points tonight for you there. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, my VMS guys, I haven't raced with them in a while, but I will be racing with them on Monday now. And you guys for letting me go back and watch it, and I get to go back and watch and have fun. Like I said, I didn't know I was gonna make it tonight because we had busy working on real stuff, and but we got done pretty early tonight.
Well, glad you were able to make it. Made it a fun little show for us. Good luck coming up to Darlington in 2 weeks. How do you feel about that place?
I have to. I don't know because I ran there before, and my problem is overdriving it into three. I'm all right in one or two. I just overdrive it in a three too much. That's the only problem I have to change.
Well, 10-4. We'll see how you handle it coming up in a few weeks at Darlington. And congrats tonight on P2. Good luck coming up the Lady in Black.
Thank you, and you guys have a good night.
Thanks, man. Corey Bigley commenting how Steve gave him turn 6 and did not give it to him down the straightaway. Love to hear that. Shout out to Steve. But here we go. We got our race winner on deck for the first time this season. Car number 1, P number 1, Derek Welch, commanding 20+ second lead victory. Congrats, dude.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, John Freeman was the class of the field the first half, and then Chaos just for the back half. So how or why was the race so more chaotic on the back half restart, 1, and then 2? How were you able to separate yourself from the field and just kind of dominate your way to victory tonight?
I don't know. I know the first half I was kind of just doing pace. I mean, I was just out there doing laps, not wrecking, and just um, I knew there was going to be a stage break, so there's really no reason to push the envelope. Trying to catch up with Josh. I was just letting Josh do his thing. I was letting other Derek do his thing. He got a little loose and got him behind me, and um, yeah, I was just basically doing laps that first stage, and after the second stage, I was pushing a little bit harder. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that's what caused. I guess Josh Freeman, whatever his name is, Freeman. He's new to the lead. I don't know what he did. Downshifted, blew his motor. I don't know. Uh, I was pushing a little harder to stay up with him so I can make a pass later, maybe. But yeah, those three cars Josh, me, and Derek. We was all there three together, and I would have liked to see how it had ended, but fortunately they wrecked out.
Yeah, he definitely had a money shift. Fourth, the first gear, getting to turn number one, blew the engine, and then that kind of changed up the dynamic of the race because that was your race leader for the full front half of the race, and allowed that open door, open opportunity for car number one to get his first victory tonight. Congratulations on that, sir. We got a week off next week, so you get to have 2 weeks of celebration. And before Darlington, how do you feel about Darlington?
I don't too much care for it, but I'm a hit and miss with this league. I usually race Sunday nights in the open setup lead, and I was able to race tonight, so I said, hell, might as well race and get a little extra practice for the open setup lead Sunday. But if I can make it, I'll make it if work allows me to. But I like Darlington. Never really ran well, but I don't know. I've always liked it, but I just never could figure it out. But if I show up, I'll do my best.
It's all you can do, man. That's all we ask for. Appreciate you for trying to pop in on the Thursdays where you can, getting your practice in for Sundays, and making it entertaining for us here in the booth. And congrats on the win once more. Any final shout outs before we let you go?
Thanks to the admin, to the lead, Bradford, Hamilton, all the people that tune in, all the fans that watch it, and thanks for you guys broadcasting.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, go ahead and have a good rest of your night, and we'll catch you potentially in 2 weeks at Darlington.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. That was driver car number one, Derek Welch, bringing it home. P1 here tonight. 5 different winners in the course of 8 races there, Colt. Or 6 winners, rather.
Pretty even all the way through the field. We're seeing this in the open setup too. We just had our first repeat winner last week, so it's good to see the parity among the field. Everybody getting a chance to win it, but it's going to be the consistent guy that comes down at the end of the season to win it. And right now, Dominic Bettini, he's doing a good job maintaining that. We'll see if he can keep it up for the rest of the season. We're halfway there, so ignore my voice crack. We're halfway there, and we'll be coming down to crunch time. So we're going to be running it back Sunday, open setup. I'm looking forward to it, but it's definitely going to be crazy over on track limits. So we'll see how it turns out.
Good luck to you, man, out there, and don't mind the voice crack. I've been cracking all week, getting my voice finally prepared for broadcast Wednesday and Thursday, and we're back. So you guys, thank you for joining in. Dustin in my ears saying you're welcome. That's because he let me off this past Sunday. He had to call a whole race by himself because I could not talk. So I appreciate you, sir, for that. But so we're going to have next Thursday off. 2 weeks from now, we're going to return back at Darlington Raceway for race number 9. But in the meantime, we're not done broadcasting. No. We have Sunday nights, Global Racing League Truck Series, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. As they have another a month and a half before their next break. And then we also call them Wednesday night OP Butt Kicker Series, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. And they have 6 more races left in their playoffs only. Next Wednesday is the start of the playoffs. So if you want to tune in, subscribe to our page, get that notification when we go live. And that's it, guys. We're going to kick this thing off for the evening. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. Get your nerd on. And Colt, I know this is not your plug, but it's not goodbye. It's just till next time. Stay nerdy.
Back when nothing truly mattered.